Call the meeting of the area plan to order. Everybody join me first of all with pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You want to do the roll call, please?
Yes. Jerry Gobin, Zane Bedore,
Here.
Mark Flum, Ed Harrell,
Here.
Carl Hilton,
Here.
Jason Waterman,
Here.
Gabe Nobby,
Here.
Brian Jennings,
Here.
James Barrett,
Here.
all here except two. You have a quorum.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Know if you've had a chance to look at the minutes of the last meeting, and if you have, well, I need approval of the minutes of the July 8th meeting.
I move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes of the July 8th meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. Minutes approved. Next item on the agenda for business is a continuation from July 12th on zoning code amendments.
Okay, and been a while, and since of course, since Mr. Nobby wasn't here, we went ahead and tabled it for another month. But if there's any questions over any of the sections, or if anybody has done any type of copy editing, has caught any typos or stupidities on my part, I'd appreciate it. I know I'm always a good for some silly mistakes in those things.
Does anybody have corrections or questions on the minutes?
I like the provision. I can't remember where it said in there exactly, but I seen there was a provision in there about how the technical advisory board's decision is not final and it's not binding in any way. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
That was your question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the only one is, I think that, you noticed right there is, unless, of course, then at that first meeting, they identify that everything meets all the code, then they can just send it forward to me, correct? Don't have an issue with that?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Any other questions, clarifications needed? Guess I need a motion, right?
So moved.
Second,
I'll second.
moved and second to approve the minutes of the July 8th meeting. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, the same. Minutes approved. Next we'll go to the item of public hearings. You want to comment on that, you or John?
Well, it's I think as Mr. Nobby was referring to, is it's pretty much met most of his concerns. And I don't know if any other plan commission members have any questions or anything else.
Anybody on the board have other questions? Reed, you said that meets what your concern was.
That's good.
Anybody else have questions, clarifications? Well, guess what? I need a motion.
I move to accept the amendments to the zoning code.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Did you get that? Okay, vote?
Okay, we have Zane Bedore,
Yes.
Ed Harrell,
Yes.
Carl Hilton,
Yes.
Jason Waterman,
Yes.
Gabe Nobby,
Yes.
Brian Jennings,
Yes.
James Barrett.
Yes.
Unanimous.
We have unanimous approval.
Okay.
Now we're down to your report.
And
Make it brief.
just for that comment, I'm not going to, I'm going to go back,
Well, we
I'm
know.
going to go back to old habits after that.
I know how to end your discussion.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be bruised from the hammer.
You would do that.
But the only one thing really to add is that So tomorrow I'm going to a building code seminar put on by the Department of Homeland Security. State of Indiana has finally replaced the old uniform plumbing code with the uniform plumbing with the International Plumbing Code, the IPC 2006. That's what's in effect in Indiana. And I'm going to a seminar to get up to speed on the changes within that particular code. Today I was for the budget hearings, and I was before the county council today. And what I asked was to restore the funding for the building inspector, and that it has, affected the way we perform the responsibility to citizens and property owners. And you have anything to add to that, Mr. Bedore? Because I know you have concerns about this as the commissioners.
Well, just as far as the taxpayers pay to get a service, and when we cut the service and then it doesn't function, the taxpayer's not getting their full advantage of the taxes they pay. So in order to keep the offices open and such, that I felt, I've said it all along, we need to actually get the building inspector back in that office at some point. And it's no secret that I feel that way,
Was there any action on it, or just?
There's no action, and I really didn't have any reaction. I had maybe about 3 or 4 questions, and those were from the new councilman, Mr.
Mike
Winter.
Winter? Yeah.
Mr. Winter asked some pretty good questions. Mr. Flum also asked some questions. And other than that, I didn't have any questions that were asked of me.
Well, we can't cut corners. We have to get a qualified building inspector, not somebody just there to answer the questions when you're not gonna be there. It's just the way that works.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions on that?
I move to accept the director's report.
Second.
Moved and seconded to accept the director's report. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I think that was unanimous.
Yes.
Anything else for you? I didn't think so.
Motion to adjourn?
So, second.
We have a motion to adjourn.
Wow. I'm speechless. Imagine that.
All in favor of adjourning the meeting, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Still not the
Opposed,
shortest one
same.
I've ever.
Thanks, everybody. This has to be at all times.
Yes.
Hey.